All right, let's talk about online poker, especially as we look ahead to 2026. You know, there's one skill, just one, that really separates the profitable players from everyone else. And yeah, you probably guessed it. It's multi-tabling. So today, we're going to break down the entire playbook on how you can absolutely master it.
So, you want to supercharge your poker winnings, right? I mean, who doesn't? But what's the actual secret? What's the one thing you can do to really blow up your bankroll and fast track your whole poker journey?
Well, you're looking at it. The key is playing more tables at once. It's simple math, really. More hands per hour equals more chances to make money. But, and this is a big but, the real magic isn't just mindlessly clicking on a bunch of tables. Nope. It's knowing how to play them well.
Okay, so let's get into it. Section 1, why multi-table? This is all about laying the groundwork. The first real step to boosting that bankroll. So why even bother? Well, it pretty much boils down to 3 huge benefits. First, the obvious one. You're going to boost your hourly earnings. That's a no-brainer. But it gets better. It actually forces you to sharpen your decision-making. You start playing more on solid reads and patterns instead of getting emotional. And the third thing? It totally preps you for the higher stakes. I mean, think about it. If you can crush 4 tables at your current level, moving up a notch won't feel nearly as scary. Okay, but here's the pro tip, and you really need to listen to this one. Don't get greedy. Seriously, just start with 2 tables. That's it. Once you're consistently winning, and I mean your win rate is steady, only then should you even think about adding a third. Remember, it's always, always quality over quantity.
All right, so we've got the why locked down. Now for the fun part, building your command center. Because let's be real, your workspace is absolutely critical for playing your A game. So, your ideal workspace, you can break it down into 3 simple steps. First, get a dual monitor setup. Seriously, this is non-negotiable. You can't have tables hiding behind other tables. Second, ergonomic gear. This isn't just some luxury, a good chair, maybe some wrist support. This stuff prevents you from getting tired and making stupid, expensive mistakes. And third, and this is a big one, a stable internet connection. Think of it as your lifeline. One lag spike in a massive pot could literally cost you your entire session's profit. Just not worth it.
Now, how you actually lay out those tables on your screens, that's super important. You've got 2 main options here. There's tiling, which is awesome if you're playing, say, 4 tables or less. Everything is visible all the time, no surprises. But once you start scaling up, maybe to 6 tables or even more, you're going to want to look at cascading. This stacks them up neatly so you can just cycle through them without your screen looking like a total mess. Oh, and one more thing for your setup. Don't sleep on hotkeys. Seriously, customize your keys for folds, call, raise, all the basic stuff. It saves you a fraction of a second on every single decision. But trust me, over thousands of hands, that time adds up. It frees up your brain to focus on the really tough spots instead of just, moving a mouse and clicking.
Okay, your battle station is set up. Now it's time to load up your digital arsenal. Let's talk about the essential tools you're going to need to stay sharp and organized at the tables.
So here's the deal. A lot of platforms these days, like PokerBros for example, don't allow those fancy heads-up displays, the things that spit out stats on your opponents in real time. So you gotta be smart. A tool like Table Tamer is a lifesaver for managing your layouts and snapping to the table that needs action. A simple note app, that becomes your new best friend for jotting down reads on other players. And of course, for your homework off the tables, an equity calculator is a must-have for studying hands and really understanding ranges.
All right. Setup is done, tools are loaded. Now, we get to the most important part, the 2026 playbook. These are the core strategic hacks where you're going to find your real edge. So, check this out. 3 hacks that every single successful multi-tabler lives by. 1. Solid pre-flop charts. These basically automate your first decision in a hand, which saves a ton of mental energy for the tough spots later. 2. Be a tyrant with your time bank. Snap-fold the easy hands so you can bank those precious seconds for when you're in a massive pot. And 3, this is huge. Understand that your real improvement happens after the session is over. It's all in the review. And that brings us to a really, really important mindset shift for 2026. Look, it's not about just grinding out a million hands for rakeback anymore. The games are way tougher now. Your entire focus needs to be on your win rate per table. It's all about making the best possible decision on every single table, every single time. So how do you actually improve that win rate? With a rock-solid post-session review. It's a simple process. Step 1,
export your hand histories. Step 2, while you're playing, make sure you're tagging any hand that felt weird or tricky. And step 3, after you're done, you take those tagged hands, pop them into your equity software, and just break them down without the pressure of the clock. This, right here, is the fastest way to find your leaks and plug them up for good.
Okay, we're almost there. This is the final piece of the puzzle. Section 5, achieving peak performance. This is all about the pro mindset. This is what's going to carry you through the good sessions and, more importantly, the bad ones. Look, multi-tabling isn't a sprint. It's a mental marathon. You got to treat yourself like an athlete. That means taking short breaks every single hour. Get up, stretch, clear your head, stay hydrated, watch your posture. Don't let physical fatigue kill your win rate. And hey, even something as simple as a 5-minute breathing exercise can totally reset your focus when you're feeling overwhelmed.
All right, for those of you who are ready to take it to the next level, here's an advanced hack for you: dynamic table selection. What does that mean? It means you stop just randomly sitting at tables. You actively hunt for the good games. You're looking for tables with weaker players, which you can often spot by looking for a high VPIP. That's just the percentage of players who are seeing a flop. Trust me, finding a good table is way more profitable than playing perfectly at a table full of sharks.
So when you put it all together, mastering multi-table poker isn't about some secret trick. It's like a 3-legged stool. You need the technical skill and the right setup, you need the strategic discipline to make the right plays, and you need the mental resilience to keep showing up and playing your best day in and day out.
Look, if you put all these pieces together, you're not just going to be playing more poker, you're going to be playing better poker, way better. So the only real question left is, are you ready to level with your game?